everyone. A warm word of welcome to y'all. I'm Simran from Team 1 Jaltarang. Charles Kettering once said, "A problem well stated is half solved." So, let me start this presentation with a problem definition. For an upcoming event at KLE Tech, for the audience to go gaga over, we propose to design a musical bot which shall play Jaltarang. The question that pops up here is, what are the most important features a customer wants? The customer here is KLE Tech University. Safety and efficiency always remains on the top, of course, followed by portability, compatibility, size, ease of handling, aesthetic value, etc. The overall budget is not expected to cross 3000 rupees with volume and weight not exceeding 1000 cubic centimeters and 2 kilograms respectively. The bot will hit the ceramic bowls with a specified intensity to boost the dopamine levels of the audience. An eye-opening added feature is that the bot is controlled through an app via Bluetooth. Lastly, it is stated that the time limit to construct this bot is around 12 weeks, but I don't think it is appropriate to focus on this right now. Moving on to the function tree. As you can see in the slide, Jaltarang is branched into two, user interface and movement. Through the former one, the bot is turned on and off and the two tunes can be switched to one another. The latter is divided into horizontal and vertical. The rack and pinions and the DC motors come under the horizontal component, whereas the sticks and the toy servo come under the vertical component. Coming to the function clustering, I think the picture says it all. You can basically see that we have grouped the tree into three clusters: user interface, horizontal movement, and vertical movement. So without further ado, I would like Vishal to continue with the presentation.
Identified, we have two functions broadly, that is the user interface part and the movement. Since we want to play two tunes and we need to switch in between them, we do need an app for that purpose. As we can see, we need to traverse along the horizontal and vertical order in order to generate sound. That is why under the movement part, the horizontal one is to cover the circumference of the ball and the vertical is to hit the ball, so that we now have three subsystems, that are the user interface, the horizontal movement and the vertical movement. Coming to the design part, we drew four designs. This is our first design, this is design 1. In the first, we connected our DC motor onto the base, which helps the upper casing to rotate in a circular way, and there we have stepper motor to hit the ball. Next, in design 2, we have kept a fixed base support and the other one which is free to move onto the pipe, and the stepper motor fixed onto the top will hit the ball. Now coming to the design 3, which is almost similar to design 1, but remarkable difference is that we have used wheels to cover the circumference, and again the stepper motor is to hit the ball. Now this is our design 4. We have placed our casing onto the top of rack and pinion setup. 4 DC motors are connected to each of the 4 pinions, and it is going to move over the rack. Next, we have connected 2 servos fixed with sticks to hit the balls here. Now this is our selected design, which is design 4. After drawing the PUG chart and calculating all the risks, we found that design 4 excels in terms of aesthetic, safety, ease of operations, time, construction, cost, etc. This is why we chose design 4 for our project. Thank you.
For virtual implementation, we have used Autodesk Inventor software to create the 3D model of identified subsystems and final model. The identified subsystems are vertical movement and horizontal movement. The vertical movement subsystem consists of a base made up of acrylic sheets, the clamp to which the servo motors are attached. The servo hand is in turn attached to the sticks. The horizontal movement subsystem consists of a solid casing made up of foam sheets. It consists of 4 pinions. Each pinion is connected to a DC motor. The pinions are mounted on the racks. This is the 3D model of the entire system. It consists of vertical movement subsystem and horizontal movement subsystem. With the help of the DC motor, it rolls over the racks, and with the help of servo motor, it hits the ball. This is the vertical movement subsystem 3D model. This is the clamp to which the servo is attached. The servo hand is in turn attached to the sticks. This is the 3D model of horizontal movement. It consists of a casing and 4 pinions. Pinions are mounted on the racks. With the help of the DC motors, the pinions rotate over the racks. This is the 3D model of entire model. The vertical movement subsystem sits over the horizontal movement subsystem. With the help of the input provided, the servo acts accordingly to hit the ball, and by sensing the end of the balls, the DC motors rotate anti-clockwise and clockwise respectively. This is the circuit diagram of entire system. It consists of Arduino Mega 2560, two servo motors, SG90 servo motors, and 4 DC motors of 60 RPM, 2 channel relay module, 2 IR sensors and a Bluetooth module, jumper wires, and breadboard. By the input provided by the mobile app, the Bluetooth module sends the input to the Arduino, and accordingly the servo motors rotate.
So this is the flowchart for the bot. So first the bot starts, then you can input the choice for the tune using the app. If the input is 1, then the sticks hit the balls 1 and 2, then the balls 3 and 4. Then the DC motors move anti-clockwise and hit the balls 3 and 2, and then the balls 2 and 1. And this process repeats until tune 1 is played. If input is 2, then the sticks hit the ball 1, then the balls 2 and 3. Then the DC motors move in the clockwise direction and hit the balls 3 and 4. And this process is repeated until tune 2 is played. So this is the bill of materials which is required for the entire system. So where the specifications and quantity is also mentioned. So first, Mega 2560 Arduino board, DC motors 4, 60 RPM each, 4 toy servo motors SG90, pinion of diameter 8 cm and thickness 2 cm, rack of length 70 cm, foam sheet according to the specifications, L-shaped clamps, 10 jumper wires, nylon rods, IR sensor modules, ceramic balls, then servo setup which is made up of acrylic sheet, assorted color LEDs, adapter, HC05 Bluetooth, M4 nuts and bolts, a screw terminal connector, 2-channel relay module, and the USB cable. So this is the motor sizing and the battery sizing of the system. So first the motor sizing. Mass of the bot is 380 grams. Radius is 3 centimeters and factor of safety is 1.5. So the torque is 17.1 kg centimeter. So the torque for one DC motor is 4.27 kg centimeters. Therefore the RPM of the motor used must be approximately 60. Now battery sizing. Current required by 12 volt DC motor is 1 amperes approximately. So the total current is 4 amperes. Then the current used by SG90 servo motor is 0.36 amperes. So the total current by the servo motors is 0.72 amperes. Approximate time of usage is 3 hours. So the battery specifications are 12 volt and 14.16 ampere hour.
This one is our simulation model. As we know, in Jal Tarang, the sound produced is based on a sequence in which balls are kept. We have used motor driver IC to run our 4 DC motors and 2 servo. We have used Arduino Uno and 2 9-volt battery. As for our particular tune, we need to move our servo with a pause of 2 seconds. That is where the code are set up accordingly, as you can see.